Friends and family, greetings, 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 greetings. I am back. Um, technical difficulties. What can I say? It happens. It happens. I am upset. I am honestly upset. Seriously, I am upset. And if I may say so myself, I have many reasons to be upset. Let me just make sure I can see you guys. Technical difficulties. What can I say? It happened. Folks, good night once again. Blessed greetings to each and every one of you. Yeah, this Budna situation makes me very upset. It makes me very uncomfortable. It reminds me again and again that Belize is not a safe place to live. For Belize to generate most of its revenues from tourism, and this government not taking the safety of its citizen as utmost priority, seriousness. This should be a grave concern to all of us. This could be you. This could be your boyfriend. This could be your family member, anybody. And especially for those who speak out, especially for those of you who speak truth to power. I want to start again from the top, from the beginning. This is very important. If you think that this is not affecting you, if you think that this is not about you, you are gravely mistaken. You're making a huge mistake. This is affecting every Belizean. For Budna to be picked up in Orange Walk, right near a police station, in very close proximity to a police station, with eyewitness, a police officer witnessing all of this. And guess what? That police officer who witnessed this thing happening was told to stand down. Stand down. If you don't feel unsafe living in Belize, then, brothers and sisters, you are in deep sleep. You are in a coma. You are in a coma. If you do not feel unsafe in Belize, especially if you speak out, you must be in a coma. These people are dangerous. These people are advantageous. Do the math. For Budna to be picked up in Orange Walk and taken, like what is recorded, it take at least 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. You put yourself in a Budna's shoe. Let's say you get kidnapped or abducted, call it whatever you want, in front of police station. If you're a Dangriga, you get abducted in front of Dangriga police station. A police witness you got your abduction. 3 hours. For you to be taken to Honduras or or Guatemala by force, of course, and nobody no stop that vehicle there. Pick sense out of nonsense. Nobody stop the SUV. Straight pass. Nobody stop the SUV. What would make, let's just say for right now, that the police officers, what would make them so brave to do this? What would make them so brave, so comfortable to have a man against his will in an SUV crossing these checkpoints? What would make them so brave to do this? They have to have permission. They must have clearance from a higher authority. Like what Budna say, one of the officers, one of his captors, who spoke proper Belizean Creole, answered a call from the compol, according to Budna. And honestly, call Budna what you want, think of him whatever you want. Yes, he's a criminal. I know they have to defend that. I'm not here to deny that. But let's look at Joseph Budna as a regular citizen of Belize, because that's what he is. He is a citizen of Belize. He was free. In Belize, he was free. Yeah, he has crimes to pay for in Guatemala. But despite all that, I am humbly suggesting to the Belizean people, to all of you, set that aside for now. Uno have family. Uno have family with criminal record. But a lot of people in Belize have family with criminal record. So because your family have a criminal record, nothing else that that family member says or reports to the police matters. If that person, if your family member, it seems we have a criminal record or two, go and report something to the police. Granted, you are use your discretion, you are look upon the person's history and say, you know what, this person, you know, but still, especially when it comes to kidnapping, especially when it comes to abducting someone, you want to pay attention to that. And like I said, prior to his abduction, the man may have a back and forth with the prime minister, and you don't know how arrogant the prime minister is, Johnny Briceño. You see, nobody wants to talk against these boy, watch out, I don't really want to make her use some choice words. Nobody wants to speak the truth. Say what you think, what you believe. I ask people around, I go around, I around Dangriga, and I ask people, what do you think about the Budna situation? Oh, they should just lock you up and throw the key, oh, making you dead there. Careful what you know they say. Careful how they talk against this man. Some are they wish death upon this man. Some of you are wishing that this man rottens and dies in prison in Guatemala. I know they wish that for the man. Right now, I am afraid of, I am nervous, I am uncomfortable when it comes to the powers that this government has. And look at this now. The prime minister, they talk about Belize people, the public. The public. No, they say nothing about the 13th Amendment because they agree with it. So the prime minister say, nege. Nege. The prime minister, anyway, not take my word for it. Make we just listen to this thing for a bit. Stay with me. Listen to what he got to say.
To be frank, I expected more people to participate. and they did. But because maybe it could be that the public generally supports the 13th Amendment, because if they didn't, they'd have been out there expressing their concerns. And I understand the Key Bradleys of the world and Ajay Maturas, and so, as being attorneys, and being the guardians of four laws in the Belize, and the importance of protecting the rights of our citizens. And I respect that. But at the same time, I am hoping that they could also understand from our perspective that we have to protect their rights, but we also have to protect the rights of all these other citizens that are being terrorized by a small group of people. You will always find somebody that will find some complaint. If you have it at night, they say, "Oh, I'm too late and I never want to leave my house. I come from work late." There's always, will always have. So, but we just have to live with it, and fair criticism. And I'm not going to get upset over it.
So the man said the reason why the Belizean people not they attend these how you call it, the gathering where they have to educate more people about the 13th Amendment. The reason why they're not attending, according to Johnny, is because they agree with it. They have only done, to my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong, to my knowledge, they have only done two, three the most meetings, let's call it meetings, gathering, sensitizing to talk about the 13th Amendment. But this man, they talk about the reason why they don't attend these events, these meetings, it's because they probably agree with the 13th Amendment. How dumb, how stupid you sound, Bedrin. You sound stupid. I'm often careful as to how I talk to you or about you as the prime minister of this country, but you sound stupid to be saying that. I am tired of you all. You people are ridiculous. Uno like uno no got no kind of sense. Someone just sent me a message. Guatemala Gazette's prisoner exchange agreement with Belize. Thank you for sharing this, brother Jerry. Um, you guys, I don't know what kind of people run this country. And the problem is we allow these people to run this country the way they're running this country. How come Uno can't say that they don't care about we, the smaller people, the regular mom and pops? They do not care. They are making big plans. They're spending big monies. They're paying their people big monies and leaving us starving, leaving us fighting for crumbs. That's what they're doing. Have us fighting for crumbs. Tonight, folks, for those of you that are on live, I'm talking about who's the worst criminal, Joseph Budna or the government of Belize. But let me digress a bit. Let me go to Dangriga because this is Dangriga Unmuted. I want to talk about Dangriga a bit. This get me riled up. I have a message for Louis Zabani. And I will do this message separately. I have a message for Louis Zabani. And I will do a video separate, especially for your message. So you can look out for it. You are obligated to meeting with any Dangriga resident who have a concern. In your constituency, I am one of those people in Dangriga. You are obligated to me. I am not obligated to you. And I have received word, credible word. And I will put out a separate video on this, especially for you, Louis, that you don't want me around in any meeting you have. You will not meet with me. That's what you're saying. Well, I will write you again. I know start trouble. I have concerns. I have great concerns. And I will write you again and I demand a response because you are my area representative, whether I like it or not. You represent Dangriga, Sarawi, and Hope Creek. And the last time I checked, I am a resident of Dangriga Town. So you have to come better than how you come right now. People of Dangriga. People of Dangriga. People of Dangriga. This, folks, I want to remind you that this topic is about Joseph Budna and the government, who's more corrupt. Let me digress for a bit. People of Dangriga. This is a module of what they say they're going to build near or across from Sacred Heart Church and Sacred Heart School. If you take a look at the area where the pier is currently located, the pier is part of the development. This are old news for some and some don't want to hear it no more, but I have to talk about it again. Why? Those of you, we're going back to Budna and this corrupt government right now. Why? Those of you who gonna hustle money for bill repair, why? Why didn't you call out your area representative? For those of you who gonna get donors for repair the pier, why didn't you call out your area representative about this pier? Why didn't you do that? But you have been doing the opposite. I have not seen any of you calling out this man for not taking care of Dangriga people. But any little bit of thing, any little bit of good where this man do on ready for Sitia, give the man lot of credit for what he's supposed to be doing. But when it comes to calling him out for the many things he has promised and are not doing, you are sleeping or no pretend like you know they sleep. That's why I can't with some uno. I just cannot. More a lot of we fake. Now, this here, I know at the flip-flop between Joseph Budna, but I have a point to make. People of Dangriga, this module right here, a pair is included right at the far right, top right. According to this diagram, far right at the top, follow me. Let me zoom into it. Far right. This is supposed to be a hotel. This is supposed to be a hotel. Who is going to own that hotel? Who will run that hotel? Now, Juan, I saw your message. I don't know if you're talking about what Bresenio said tonight. I'll have to go back and listen to the I'll have to go back and listen to tonight's news because I haven't. I've been traveling today to Belize City. I'm currently in Belize City, so I haven't watched the news just yet. Let me just take a moment to see what Juan is saying. Breseno had a point in his statement. He's only making a judgment because they did not show up to convince him differently. Maybe they are okay. I don't know who exactly we're talking about, the Budna. Maybe they are okay because if they don't, they should have showed up. I'm not sure what you're responding to. Blaine Carlis, our true government was removed and replaced by those that can be controlled. The same way we lost half of Stan Creek to the west of the mountain to the Mennonites through George Price will be the same way we lose the east of the mountain. You know, my brother, you see, this are the kind of thing where Dangriga people and the whole of Belize have to open up their eyes. I had a meeting with a brother from Hopkins early this week. I had one, you're talking about the video on the 13th Amendment. I'll touch on that in a bit. I had a meeting with a brother from Hopkins, and he said to me, he said, with a little bit of hesitation in his facial gesture and his voice, And they say, boy, Dangriga people, week up on a week, on a week. This brother is telling the truth. Dangriga, we play politics too much. The whole I believe. But inside of a Dangriga, I have to point out Dangriga. We play politics too much. And you know what is happening to all of you? You know, I look past some on a look broke, on a look tired, on a look dry, on a skin. Lot of things that happen to you. It's the truth. I don't have no ill will in what I'm saying. Most of us down in Griga, I walk Griga and somehow look tired as soon as you wake up. You look like you really the struggle. Life hard for most of you. Struggle with our kids. Somehow we go through pain, we go through a lot just to feed our kids, just to take care of our kids. I'm talking in general. Some of you teachers, you see the pain. You see what happens in your classroom. Some teachers talk to me about students that go to school that don't even eat. I want to share this situation. James Lovell. Big respect to my brother, James. When he first started this program, Gimme, teaching these kids how to play the flute and read music. Wonderful, beautiful. James went to Louis and asked Louis for help. Give me some snacks for these kids. Send me a doctor to get these kids checked. Just make sure that they're all right. Their health is good. I will go before that point. He had a student. This student was one of his best, if not his best student. And this student missed several classes. And when this student finally showed up in class, James said to the student, Susie is not her name. I'm just using a fictitious name just for protection. Susie, what happened? This is a true story. Susie said, sir, my man never got money for groceries, so I couldn't come. The legal hungry. This happened in a Dangriga. This happened in Dangriga. They got people in a Dangriga where they sell their picnic. They got people in the entire country, I believe, where they sell their picnic cars. They can't do better. They have some of our beautiful young girls who they sell their body. They don't call it sell. They don't call it sell, but they're selling their body. They have some of these young girls right now who think that the best thing for them is to dress up and look good and nails well done here. Well, I applaud on it. It's really important to look presentable. I am not against that. That's important. But that is some of these young girls' priority now, to look all well kept and beautiful on the outside, because they become like bait for these men who could just afford to give them what they want, drive them where they want, do their nails, their hair when they want, give them the expensive phone when they want. What is my point in talking about this? It might seem as if though I'm going off course here, but I'm not. We are getting our young girls to be okay in living in poverty. We are getting our young girls to be okay with living in poverty. I blame the government of Belize for the most part. Yes, this has to do with home as well. We have to talk to the parents. We have to hold our parents accountable as well. But our girls, our young girls who 18 and over, for their number one priority, that they show up themselves and make them look appealing with the hope that they will capture some man who might eventually work for them and give them the life that they want. Because we hardly have opportunities here in Belize. That's not because we can't do better. Another thing I want you guys to consider, most of the attorneys here in Belize, they're either UDP or PUP. Because when PUP is in government, when they are the ones administering, they send their people to school. They send their people to school. When UDP is in government, they send their people to school. So now when you want an attorney, anybody, where the Dangriga attorneys there, we might know some of them for Griga maybe. I can't even say some. I know Philip Zuniga. I don't think that politics got Philip Zuniga where he's at. I'm not sure. I don't know. But most of the attorneys here in Belize, they're either UDP and PUP. So when you want to fight, when you want to deal with a serious matter, I know a brother right now that's dealing with a crucial matter. No attorney want to take a case. None of them want to take the man case. So Dangriga, Hope Creek, Sarawi, Belize City, Orange Walk, Kai, or Corozal, wherever you may be, if you have a daughter, if you have a son who still go to school, and he or she is interested in becoming a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, something, find out from your area representative how many scholarships available. They are giving scholarships to who they want. They will handpick who gets scholarship. Who's worse? Who's the worst criminal? Budna or the government? Budna, Joseph Budna, or the government? Budna was abducted in Orange Walk, in close proximity to the Orange Walk police station. There was an eyewitness, a fellow police officer. That police officer was told to stand down. That makes sense, you know? Past 3 checkpoints and nobody gets stopped. Folks, if this could happen to Joseph Budna, why I am here tonight on this live is to plead, to beg each and every one of you, look into this thing for what it is. Don't be clouded. Don't let your judgment be clouded by Budna's criminal past. Budna's past as a criminal. That is clouding your judgment. The government is responsible for the safety of every Belizean. No matter if you commit a crime or if you've never committed a crime. The government is responsible for every Belizean. How come Joseph Budna end up at Guatemala, pass all the checkpoints? It take about 3 hours to get from Orange Walk to the location they dropped him off in Guatemala. How did that happen? How? How? The commissioner of police, the people of Belize demand answers. Please set aside who Budna is and look at this thing for what it is. Because one of these days, it will be your pa, it will be your granny, your grandpa, maybe not your granny, your brother, your friend, your nephew. Some of have family we have past run-ins with the law. Yeah, Debbie Jones will pick the scholarship. Somebody said that one other thing that we allow that Dangriga. Listen, this could happen to anyone away. I don't feel safe because for me, and I say I have a loud mouth, but I am so sensitive to injustice. I don't like injustice. I will call it out. Johnny Briseño and the whole PUP administration, they need to answer to the Belizean people. I am not impressed with their responses. And another thing that I am really sick and tired of, for you journalists, including Jules Vasquez. I don't understand what Jules you said in one of your I think it was during your beef with Jules, that you asked the compol, it was either the compol or Johnny Briseño a question, and you never quite satisfied with his response. Is it me, or is it that, what is wrong with our journalists? Is it something about Belize that we give these era representatives, these ministers, so much power that they could look at us in the face and tell us we not answer that question? How dare you? This is like, you gotta work. Let's say either your boss. Let's say I am the owner of this business. You come to work and I say to you, either the boss, I come to you and I say, Dion, Liberato, Bam, Bonita, Tiger, Gamboa, Latrice, I say to you, Francis Roches, I say to you, file, take care of that filing cabinet for me, blah, 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 blah. And your response would be, no, I the boss, I tell you, take care of the filing cabinet. I just pick something random. And you will retort, you will say it to me, I don't want to do that, I don't depend that. That's not where I want to do, I don't have to do that right now. That is exactly what these ministers are doing when the journalist asks a question. The journalist is your boss. We the people, we are your boss. You are our representative. What does it mean to represent? To speak or act on someone else's behalf. Family, friends, my brothers and sisters, please take this serious. They are our representative. They are representing us. They should speak and act on our behalf. So when a journalist go and ask these ministers a question, we should never allow them to say, I know I answer that question, like what's his name? Like where he gonna
What do you
say.
think about a resident of your town being abducted and transported to RNA?
I will not comment on that matter.
Sir, but this is a matter of public security concern for your residents.
I will not comment on that matter. A matter of public security concern. Bernard, Kevin, Garibegi, bruh, what is wrong with you? What makes you think? What makes you think that you could choose for answer question when you want, especially when it comes to the safety of Belizeans? Johnny Briseño do it. All of them do it. Ask questions, answer only what they want to answer. Whenever they feel that they're back there against the wall, they walk away for camera. Why do we allow these spineless people to do that to us? They are spineless. They are cowards. It's now 10 o'clock. I am tired. I am tired. Belize is not a safe place to live with what is happening. This could happen to any one of us. I should be afraid. But I am not. I am not. Jerry Enriquez should be afraid, but he's not. And those of you who are saying nothing and just sitting behind your phone and your computer, shame on you. Shame on all of you. Share this video. Share the previous live, the one before this, because I got disconnected. I'm going to try ask for publicity. I am trying to make a change, a positive change for all of us. If you feel that you could just sit there behind your computer and your phone and just keep your neck buried in that phone and use that device only when you want to crack a joke, only when you want to cuss out your brother and your sister, only when you want to gossip, but you can't do it for fight for your own self. You can't do it for fight for your children. Shame on all of us. We are inheriting what our parents left us, and it's getting worse. Our children will inherit what we are leaving for them. My children will inherit what I will leave behind, and I will let you know. I am not about to have any ignorant children or anybody around me like that. They have to know about these governments, about these ministers, call them by their name. What we need for practice, stop doing, is use a paintbrush to just say the government of Belize. Call the name, Johnny Briseño. I want to say to you, my brother, search your heart, search your conscience. Please, please, I am upset. I know that just one individual. I am upset. I am disappointed on how you and your administration have been carrying on. You have disrespected and insulted the people of Belize time after time. You have disrespected and insulted the teachers. You have disrespected and insulted the public service union, even though they get their money and they're gone, they're quiet now. You have disrespected the citizens of Belize time after time. Stop it. Hebe, we deserve better. You are the captain of this ship, Johnny Briseño. We need better from you. This whole situation with Budna is not adding up. You need to step up to the plate, and we need transparency. You and the commissioner of police, we are not satisfied, and I am imploring each and every one of you online, do not sit back. Do not let this just blow away like a light breeze. Please, please. These people, they don't care about us. Look at the cutting, the forest, the situation in the cutting out the lagoon in the forest. All the corruption happening, man. Instead of building businesses for government offices, you have government offices where could be a house, then they pay over $14,000 for a government office where could be a house. 14,000 here. When that rent used to be less than 5 years ago, if I'm recalling correctly, 4,000 close to $5,000, $14,000. Then they pay for government offices, pay individuals over $22,000. Who is more corrupt, the government of Belize or Budna? Jerry Enriquez is fighting for redistricting. Jerry Enriquez is fighting for fair representation. The South is being affected big time. And we sit on our asses and just make a few people fight the fight on our behalf. We just shut up. Why do we do that? Why do we behave like that? Why are we so complacent? Then some will criticize those in the states about, oh, no, no, they say better life, they say better arrangement, they say things we could change. I lived in the states. I saw some things. When I came back, I broadened my horizon. I see things, a different kind of way. I see things we could improve in Belize. But somehow no got small-minded, attack people who live in the states and say, oh, because I want to live in the states, you want to, no need for listen more. They're not about states people. They're not about that. I really hope, I am begging each and every one of you, please listen carefully. This government is corrupt from the UDP and the PUP. Some of my folks are saying to me, Uruwei, you should join a major political party, consider the UDP. And I thought about it, but I still don't have a good reason to join. I still don't. I don't know, maybe that might change, I don't know. Maybe I might never, maybe I might just left this whole politics thing. I don't know. How long will we allow these rapists to rape us? How long will we allow these criminals to commit these heinous crimes against us? You know what I don't like? You know where I have a big problem with as I come to a close? I have a big problem with people who take way more than what they want. Listen to my words carefully. Not what they need, not what they need. I have a big problem with people who take a whole lot more than what they want. They know what they need. Then they're gonna give a whole lot less to you that needs more. That's not how I was raised. That's not how I was raised. If I get a pack of boxers for the states, if 6 come in there, I might be lucky if I get 3. I might get 2. Because my neighbor will get 1 or 2. This one will get 2. That's how I was raised. But this administration, this government, they're eating up everything, giving their people access to everything, and we, the poor people, keep starving. You know when Dangriga say money? Close to election time, when the time for campaign. That when a lot of Dangriga get up and get hype, the PUP they come out and they corner for under the rock and start make their campaign money. The UDPs likewise. That when election time is around, that then uno come out and uno talk loud and talk a lot of craziness. Folks, this is the time uno have to pay, uno should pay attention now to what is happening. Push on, wow. Folks, I had a long day. Another complaint. I've been up since 4 this morning by will. That's my choice. I enjoy every bit of it. This is the end of my life. I go live every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Next week, I'll be live again. Stay connected. I'm asking you to share the live. I'm asking you to like the page, Obafo TV. Like and follow. I am also asking on behalf of my brother Jerry Enriquez to please, there's a lot of expenses when it comes to fighting against the government. I want to leave each and every one of you with this. The government is paying big money to fight Jerry Enriquez. The government is paying the baddest and biggest attorneys, plural, to fight Jerry Enriquez. Who is paying for all the big and bad attorneys that the government is getting to fight against Jerry Enriquez? You, me and you, we the people are paying with our money. And you know what they fight for? What they pay that money for? Fair representation, fair election. Folks, Have a blessed night. Belize, I love you. Dangriga, Hisetibunu, each and every one of you. I love you. I respect you. Bandi Isieni. Inebese. Let's do right. Let's do right. Pay attention to what's happening in your communities, in your country. I'll see you guys next week. Environmentally hazardous situation happening in Dangriga. And many allege that Basilo Zabane is responsible for this. I will show you guys some satellite images of the progress of this situation. Or should I use digression? Because we digress, we don't progress. Now, at the right of this image is the sea, the Caribbean Sea. And I'm drawing a red mark along the pathway of a drain, or what was once a drain. Whenever it rains, during rainy season, when the rain come down, Rivers Estate get flooded, Lake Laniera get flooded, and other surrounding areas get flooded. This is a fact. And for the record, I was born and raised in Dangriga. I was born and raised in the Lakeland area. I know experienced flooding like that while I was a child. Now, let me show you these images. So on the right, the sea, and then if you follow the red marker, that's the drain. It's clear. This is a image from August 28, 2016. If you notice, we still have the drain, the water, the flow freely to the sea, into the sea. I will show you an image from November 4th, 2017. Now look at the image now. Look at the pathway, look at the drain, look at the water. On the right side of the bridge, on the side of the sea, there is no pathway. It's closed up completely, it's blocked off. On the left-hand side, you still see some water with it there. Show you another image. And another image. I will give you more details. Now, I called Basilo. I gave Basilo the opportunity to give a response. Right? I gave him a fair chance. I called Bas. Me and Bas gone up Jetty in the same area. The conversation was not productive. I asked Bas to offer a solution. Let's come up with a solution. Basilo doesn't seem interested in that. So here I am. And I want to pause for a bit, right? Some of you called me. Good people, people who have my best interest at heart, I believe. And some of you commented who
strongly politically affiliated.